December 26, 2014, from the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. It was the Heart of Dallas Bowl between the Illinois Illini and the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. In the first quarter, with about 7.5 minutes left in the quarter, Jared Kraft ran 16 yards for a touchdown to put the first points on the scoreboard. And it was now Louisiana Tech 7, Illinois 3. Then less than 4 minutes later, Taylor Zalewski hit a 27-yard field goal to put the Illini's first points on the scoreboard. And it was now Louisiana Tech 7, Illinois 3. Then less than 30 seconds later, it was actually after the kickoff on the first play of their possession, Cody Sokol hit Kenneth Dixon for an 80-yard touchdown pass. And it was now Louisiana Tech 14, Illinois 3. And that would be the score after 1 quarter of play between the Bulldogs and the Illini. And then the second quarter, with a little over 11 minutes left before halftime, Riley O'Toole hit John Davis for a 25-yard touchdown. It was now a 5-point game with the score Louisiana Tech 14, Illinois 9. Then about 4 minutes later, Xavier Woods intercepted Riley O'Toole and ran it back 69 yards all the way for the pick six. And it was now Louisiana Tech 21, Illinois 9. That would remain the score going into halftime. And so now coming out of the locker rooms in the third quarter, these teams would have trouble scoring until, with about 6 minutes left in the quarter, Donovan Young ran 3 yards for the touchdown for the Illini to make it back to a 6-point game now, with the score Louisiana Tech 21, Illinois 15. That was it for the third quarter. Now into the fourth, just less than a minute in, David Reisner hit a 43-yard field goal for the Illini, and it was now a 3-point game with the score Louisiana Tech 21, Illinois 18. Then with just over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Kenneth Dixon punched it in from a yard out to extend the Bulldogs' lead to 10 with the score Louisiana Tech 28, Illinois 18. And then just to seal the deal, with less than 4 minutes left, Blake Martin ran it in from 28 yards out for the touchdown for the Bulldogs, and that made the score Louisiana Tech 35, Illinois 18, and that would be the final score as the Bulldogs win the Heart of Dallas Bowl. And in this game, Cody Sokol was 14 for 28. He had 247 passing yards and a touchdown. He also lost 10 yards off of 3 carries. But Riley O'Toole was 24 for 39 with 295 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. He had 2 yards off of 18 carries. The leading rusher in this game was Kenneth Dixon. He had 13 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. And Blake Martin had 4 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. And Jared Kraft had 5 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown as well. The leading rusher for the Illini was Josh Ferguson with 7 carries for 50 yards. And Mike Duddick had that end around where he ran 50 yards on his one run. But he also had 7 receptions for 73 yards. The leading receiver for the Illini was Malik Turner. He had 6 receptions for 84 yards. And Geronimo Allison had 4 receptions for 72 yards. And Josh Ferguson had 6 receptions for 54 yards. For the Bulldogs, the leading receiver for them and in the game was Carlos Henderson. He had 4 receptions for 93 yards. Kenneth Dixon had 4 receptions for 79 yards and a touchdown to go with his 63 yards rushing. And Paul Turner had 3 receptions for 38 yards. And the game's lone interception was for Xavier Woods of the Bulldogs. So the Illini made things close. It was a 3-point game. But in the end, the Bulldogs closed strong with 14 unanswered points as they win the Heart of Dallas Bowl with the final score Louisiana Tech 35, Illinois 18.